Good evening, everyone. All right, the Clayton County Board of Commissioners board meeting is now called to order. The date is August 18th, 2026, and the time is 6:00 p.m. Next, we will move on to our roll call. District 1.
Here.
District 3.
Present.
District 2.
Present.
And District 4.
Present.
All right. Item 3 will be our invocation and pledge of allegiance to the flag. Our invocation tonight will be given by Reverend Dr. Anton Rowe, Senior Pastor of the Greater Solid Rock Missionary Baptist Church in Riverdale, Georgia. He will come forward to deliver the invocation, and thereafter we will have the Pledge of Allegiance. Will you please stand for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag?
Amen. Let's bow our heads. Dear Eternal Father, we thank you so much for this commission. We thank you for this meeting. We thank you for these that are gathered, Lord, to take care of this business of the county. We ask you to guide us and direct us today. We ask your presence to be in this place. We ask you to crown our head with wisdom and understanding. We ask you to lead our elected officials to take care of this business which you have put before them. We ask that all that are present, let everything be said that is decent and in order. Address whatever needs to be addressed. We thank you for this opportunity to be here today. We ask you to bless us and bless this meeting. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
All right. At this time, board members, we will move on to the adoption of our agenda. Board members, are there any items that you would like to move from the consent agenda to the regular agenda?
Yes, I would like to move items 18, 27, there was one more. I just need 1 second to get that item number. Ah, 20.
So you said 18, 27, and 20?
That is correct.
All right. All right, board members, are there any other items that you would like to move to the regular agenda? All right, seeing none, we will proceed to adopt the agenda. At this time, I need a motion to adopt the agenda as amended.
So moved.
All right. And can I get a second on that motion?
Second.
All right. Is there any discussion at this time, board members? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Next, we will move to item 5, presentations and proclamations. We have one proclamation tonight, and it will be Clayton County Board of Commissioners honors Melvin Bell for outstanding community service and leadership. Board members, would you please come down for our proclamation? Thank you. And Mr. Bell, can you please come up?
Clayton County Board of Commissioners honors Melvin Bell for outstanding community service and leadership. Whereas the Clayton County Board of Commissioners proudly recognizes Melvin Bell for more than 15 years of outstanding community service, leadership, generosity, and dedication to the residents and families of Clayton County, Georgia. And whereas Mr. Bell is a dedicated entrepreneur, community advocate, mentor, and servant leader whose commitment to helping others has made a meaningful and lasting impact on children, families, schools, youth programs, and communities throughout Clayton County. For nearly 2 decades, he's demonstrated that true leadership extends beyond professional achievement and is measured by the positive difference one makes in the lives of others. And whereas Mr. Bell has demonstrated a strong commitment to education by supporting students and families at Babb Middle School and J.E. Edmonds Elementary School, assisting with Forest Park, Booster Club fundraisers, and sponsoring teacher appreciation celebrations in recognition of educators and their important role in shaping the future of Clayton County. And whereas since 2021, Mr. Bell has volunteered as a basketball and soccer coach at the Forest Park Recreation Center, providing young people with mentorship, encouragement, and guidance while helping them develop teamwork, discipline, confidence, and leadership skills. And whereas his spirit of generosity extends throughout Clayton County through donations of food, entertainment services, and holiday meals, charitable support, and sponsorships for children and families in need. And whereas Mr. Bell has demonstrated that community service is not simply an occasional act, but a responsibility to be embraced. Through feeding families, supporting schools, coaching youth, assisting charitable causes, and consistently answering the call to serve, he has strengthened families, empowered young people, supported educators, and helped bring the community together. Now, therefore, I, Chairwoman Dr. Alika Anderson Henry, on behalf of the Clayton County Board of Commissioners and on behalf of the citizens of Clayton County, Georgia, do hereby recognize and honor Mr. Melvin Bell for more than 15 years of outstanding community service, philanthropy, mentorship, leadership, and civic engagement. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that August 18, 2026 is hereby designed and designated as Melvin Bell Day in Clayton County, Georgia, in recognition of his exceptional contributions and enduring commitment to serving children, families, and residents throughout Clayton County. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of Clayton County, Georgia, to be affixed this 18th day of August in the year 2026.
Y'all can do better than that. Let's give him a round. Let's give Melvin a round of applause. Mom, Dad, everybody come on up. Mr. Nagel, all family and friends, please come up for a picture as well. And then I know, did you want to say anything? We'll take the picture first and then okay.
Everybody say cheese.
Hot mic. Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel, or Danny Nagel. It's very, it's not for me, it's not for me, it's not for me. It's very difficult because we all have egos and we all want the recognition, but today is really about Melvin, and over the past 2 years, he and I have formed a very, I think, impactful partnership in which we've been doing the same thing for the past 2 years. Melvin's been doing it, as you heard, for the past 15 years. But the reason why we partnered up is to really amplify the impact not only in Forest Park, but all across Clayton County. And so I'm here to really show support towards Melvin and the great things that he's done all across the county. And I'm really honored just to be a part of being on his team. And maybe one day, the roles will be flipped and he'll be up here for a proclamation for me. But really, if you don't know Melvin, he's a very kind-hearted person. He really gives out of love without expectation in return, which is what we should all do. And one of the most important things from the proclamation that was read is something that he and I talk about all the time, is that the time of giving is not just during back to school, it's not just during Thanksgiving, it's not just during Christmas. The season of giving is year round. So congratulations, my man, appreciate you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is King Bell, and I'm proud to be here to talk about my dad, Melvin Bell. My dad is not only a great father, but he is also someone who works hard and always gets the job done. Through his company, Answer the Bell, he has shown how much he cares about helping people and giving back to the community. As his son, I get to see the person he is when nobody is watching. He works hard, stays committed, and always tries to do what is right. He has taught me that success isn't just about what you achieve for yourself, but also about what you do for other people. Dad, I am proud of you, and I'm proud to call you my father. Congratulations on receiving the key to Clayton County, and you deserve this honor. And I hope you know how many people are proud of you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Malia. This speech is for my dad. I want to thank him with my whole heart. He has always done his best. We always have a good time when we are around each other. There's not one person that I genuinely laugh with more than him. We are so alike, it's funny. He has always been someone I can call, and he's generally a role model. He helps so many people and works hard every single day, in work and outside of work, the day-to-day. The person I see is so hardworking and pushing me to do better every single day. My confidence and strive comes from him. I can't remember a day where he's taken a break. You really deserve this, Key, more than anyone I can think of. You made it, and I want you to remember that. You deserve it, no matter who hates or gets in your way. You've never stopped. Let's clap it up for my forever protector, the Answer the Bell.
I just want to say that I met Melvin. Ooh, Lord, it's been a while back ago. I won't tell my age, but I just want to say thank you for all that you do in the community. When we talk about people who answer the call, who are right there, whatever we need, when we need to give out food in the community, turkeys, hams, everything, Melvin is there. And he does it out of the kindness of his heart. He doesn't ask for a dime. He just gives. And so when people are giving like that, that is just, you're such a blessing to have in this community. And so continue to be a blessing to this community. Continue doing what you're doing, and God's just going to continue to cover you, and everything is going to be all right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, you got anything to say, Celeste? You good?
I was just saying I feel old today. So this young man I met when?
In high school.
Because I used to be his coach. I was his coach. Right. However many years ago when I was teaching high school. Right. And so as young as I look, my gray hair is just it just got justified today. So congratulations, Melvin. It was such a pleasant surprise to see you, and it just makes me Really proud of you. Really proud of you.
I'm going to add two more things. Melvin has fed our staff for 2 months straight. All right, so let's give it up for Melvin, y'all. Thank you. For free. All right, thank you all. Next, we will move to our public comments. Are there any public officials that are here today? I know I saw our Solicitor General, Charles Brooks. Are there any other public officials that are here today? I see school board, Riverdale, you here? Riverdale, go on and stand for me, Frank. And I also see Mr. Centel Brown from Griffin-Spalding County School Board. Anybody else? All right, thank you all for coming out tonight. We truly appreciate you taking the time, taking your time to come out and spend this evening with us. Next, we will have our public comment. Madam Clerk, will you now read the rules for public comment?
Citizens will be given a 3-minute maximum time limit to speak before the Board of Commissioners. Please note that all public comments must be limited to matters on the agenda or over matters which the governing body has jurisdiction. Speakers must maintain a decorous demeanor and refrain from personal attacks upon board members, shouting, and using obscene language. Following 30 minutes of hearing from the public, the Board of Commissioners will allow the remainder of the citizens who signed up to be heard at the next Tuesday business meeting.
All right. First on our agenda will be Ms. Tanya Jean Funny.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tanya Jean Funny, unincorporated Clayton County. To the chair, commissioners, thank you for allowing me to speak today. I am here due to the situation in the city of Lovejoy. So even though the data center is not coming, we still have some issues. So based on open records request, on August the 18th, 2024, a certified letter dated 8/18/2024 was sent to then Chairman Jeff Turner from the City of Lovejoy governing body. And if I'm not mistaken, this was during the time when District 3 had no representation because Commissioner Franklin resigned to run for chair. So it stated that they accepted 14 applications for annexation pursuant the 100% method under OCGA 363620. All parts are being considered as adjoining the limits of the city, even though it was only one property that abuts the city limits. So based on the presentation that I've heard from community development when they came to the data center forum, and even from the city of Lovejoy, for a property to be annexed, the residents are the ones that are supposed to reach out to the city for annexation. That did not happen. Instead, it was the owner, Ms. Talmadge, who went to the property owners to ask to be, for them to sign off on annexation. So they didn't receive any type of legal advisement, and I don't think they knew what they were doing when they signed off. They said they didn't know what they were signing. They have openly spoken about that. So this process was not legal, and I don't think anyone from the county did any type of fact checking, or I don't know the process, so don't let me put words in y'all's mouth. But I do believe there needs to be an investigation, and I do believe that community development needs to speak to those residents that signed off their land, because in that community, there are over 100 properties, but there are only like 10 houses that are now part of the city of Lovejoy. And so what they're now proposing, well, what was proposed before was 1,094 townhomes that will all come off of Panhandle Road. So I don't have confidence in the city of Lovejoy that what they are going to do is going to benefit the residents. So this is a quality of life issue, not only for the residents in the city of Lovejoy, but also the many homes in the unincorporated Clayton County that will be affected by this. So I'm asking for de-annexation and an investigation. Thank you.
Thank you. Next will be Mr. Orlando Gooding.
Orlando Gooden, District 3. I am exercising my First Amendment right of freedom of speech. I had the opportunity to speak with Patrick Ajike, Director of Community Development, after my public comments August 4th. He told me the $140,000 cost for the FIFA Watch event at the arena had more than 50 people. There was actually 450 people because they counted wristbands that were given out. He was very adamant about it. But I wasn't only there taking pictures, I was there. Here we go. I was there taking a video of the empty arena. But don't believe your lying eyes. I also took a picture of Patrick Ajike in front of an empty arena. I said there was 50 people when I left the facility at 2:45 p.m. But I sat in the parking lot till 3:30. 400 people did not enter the arena in 45 minutes. Patrick Ajike is doing CYA to justify the $140,000 we spent. It was his idea as Director of Community Development. The event was an embarrassment and a waste of money. See agenda item number 20, today, Budget Amendment 2-05. This chair also requested $130,000 from the Development Authority for a joint venture for the FIFA Watch event. That was a scam.
Next, moving right along, we'll go on to Kathy Taylor. And please make sure all your cell phones are silenced at this time. Thank you. Okay, that's fine. You all, but you know you're going to 3 minutes. Are y'all, Kathy, then Brad?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Chairman,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Henry. We're here to represent. We're going to go over items 46 and 47,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the Avalon Mobile Home Park. We're here to speak against the 224-foot self tower that's going that's being proposed to go in adjacent to our property. And
let me ask you a question. Now,
yes,
we're going to do zoning for that. There is a time to speak against that, but do you still want, do y'all want to come up during that time?
Perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for educating me.
Next is Teresa Talley.
Teresa Talley, District 3. I am bringing attention to the growing concerns within our community regarding a perceived lack of attention to various issues in the county. As a resident, voter, and taxpayer, I believe it is essential to address these matters. I value the opinion, the opportunity to express my opinions and concerns, and trust that our elected officials and county department heads will serve the community by receiving and considering feedback in a respectful manner. Over the past 26 years, there have been signs of neglect along Terra Boulevard, including abandoned buildings. Additionally, numerous plazas and buildings across the county have been left in disrepair, with debris on streets, sidewalks, overgrown grass, obstructing pedestrian pathways. Code enforcement is in desperate need of assistance. Several projects initiated by GDOT and the county have faced delays, which as those are Battle Creek Road, Valley Hill Road, State Road 85, Mount Zion Road 138, North Avenue, and now Panhandle Road. Maintenance lapses like unattended grass in project areas have further compounded the situation, alongside the ongoing deterioration of existing infrastructure, raising valid concerns about the effective governance and stewardship of public resources. It is imperative for county leaders to promptly and transparently address these pressing issues to maintain public trust and ensure accountability. While new developments are underway, it is equally important to prioritize resolving long-standing issues to prevent further deterioration of the county infrastructure and services. I don't think we should have to ask GDOT for update. This is something that should be mandatory by the commissioners. I don't think we should have to keep calling just to cut the grass. GDOT know that the grass need to be cut. They already know this.
Yes, ma'am.
So the excuses that it's raining, guess what? It's raining at my house too, but I have to keep the grass cut.
Thank you, Ms. Sally. Also, Ms. Sally, I wanted to let you know that I did have Mr. Roll, I did have code enforcement to speak with GDOT about the grass, as it is very high on Mount Zion and all of the roads that you named. So we are getting with them and making sure that they work on cutting that grass and getting it looking nice out there. So thank you.
Don't leave out Highway 85.
Highway 85. Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
So just an update on that Mount Zion Boulevard, especially near the I-75 interstate. I already confirmed with interim director Rowling, and they have already cut the grass and a portion of that, and they'll be coming out shortly to cut the rest on the other side of Maddox Road.
Thank you. Next will be Mr. Mickey Garber.
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated Rex, Georgia. Madam Chair, members of the board, let me say this about the money that was spent with FIFA and any other events that will come in the future. There needs to be projections on how much money is going to be made when we put our money, our hard-earned money, into any event that comes to town. We already went through a fiasco with Roman United at $559,000. That was a big chunk of change.
Yes, it was.
But $140,000 from the Board of Commissioners and another $10,000 that came from the Development Authority. It doesn't matter whether you're spending hundreds of thousands or thousands. When we spend money, there needs to be projections on how much we're going to make, and if those goals aren't met, we need to abandon the situation. Thank you.
Thank you. Next will be Melody Krugen. All right. Next will be Dr. Henry Anderson.
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. Accolades, recognition, praise, applause, commendations, and congratulations and great celebrations in order for our chairwoman, Madam Chair, Dr. and Mrs. Alika Anderson-Henry and her staff for putting together, planning, and having a very successful, great, and fantastic back-to-school showcase mega event at South Lake Mall over 2 weeks ago on Saturday, August the 1st, 2026, and also to the majority of Clayton County 19 governmental departments that participated in this event, along with our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Dietrich Stanford. It was truly a spectacular, glorious, impressive, and grand event, and has truly earned my green folder of success on an event exceptionally and successfully well done. A great thank you to our Clayton County Fire and Emergency Service Chief Tim Sweat, his Chief of Staff Jody Weller, his Deputy Chief and Fire Marshal Chris Cameron, and his Deputy Chief of Fire Prevention Darius Wilson for giving me a first-class, high-level green carpet VIP tour of their new fire headquarters and fire station number 1 located on Garden Walk Boulevard in Riverdale, Georgia on last week, Tuesday morning, August the 11th, 2026. I saw firsthand a state-of-the-art 9-bed health and wellness center clinic, which is designed specifically to support the physical and mental well-being of their personnel in their department, the lab that they do their comprehensive and detailed lab testing, upgraded and spacious administrative offices, training rooms, and in fire station number 1, their modern apparatus, bays, recreation areas, television, seating area, spacious living quarters, pantry, and food storage area. The citizens of Clayton County can truly say that our splash tax dollars and fire fund tax dollars monies were very well spent in the construction of these 2 state-of-the-art buildings. Accolades, recognition, and praise go to our Clayton County Senior Services Department and Flint River Intergenerational Community Centers Program Coordinator, Ms. Rhonda Dillon, on putting a very successful and well-attended Grease and Glam, a 50th dance party on this past Saturday evening, August 15, 2026 at the center. This event was very well attended, had great food, was truly a great and wonderful event, and was successful in every way, and has also earned my green for the success. Congratulations and recognitions in order for Clayton County's Information Technology Geographic Information System Technical Coordinator, Mr. Chandler White, for his great honor for receiving a very distinguished and prestigious 2026 Rising Star Award from the Government Management Information Sciences, which is a governmental organization that recognized him as one in the nation with this award. I met him when he had his GIS data portal workshop he did last year on October the 8th, and I also met with him several weeks ago, Friday, August 8th, to inquire and discuss more about the Clayton County's GIS systems. So that is it. I will be starting with code enforcement September, and also some information that you all have from the Clayton County Community and Economic Development Department on townhomes that I'm going to say some when they come before Commissioner Davis with his townhomes. Thank you again. And I'll be back with you doing planning and zoning section.
Thank you, Dr. Anderson. Next will be Ms. Olga Rodriguez.
Hi, my name is Olga Rodriguez, Clayton County, District 3. I am here tonight as a mother of Nazareth Angel Alfred, who was murdered on June 23, 2024. But tonight, I am also here as a victim who received an email from an elected official today, and I want you to hear the words for yourselves. The email states, "Good morning, Ms. Rodriguez. Please see the attached thread below. In the light of the information, the DA is not willing to take a meeting with you at the time because it is her position that our office did everything that we were supposed to do on our end. There was no way for us to know that Jeremy Lowe violated his bond condition from Coweta County because we were not alerted, seemingly due to his name being incorrect in Coweta's system. If you have any further questions or concerns at this time, please don't hesitate to reach out." This is the message that I received today, and let me explain why that message is so deeply upsetting to me. I'm the mother of a 23-year-old son, and I'm not asking for special treatment. I'm asking questions about the system that was supposed to protect the public. The response that I received is essentially, we did everything we were supposed to do, and therefore the DA is not willing to meet with me. But here's what I don't understand. Coweta County, which was the other county that the gentleman was arrested in, has been willing to talk to me, gave me timelines of all the cases, even took accountability in stating that they let him get out on an OR bond with gun charges as long as he was banished from the county, and they acknowledged they dropped the ball there. Every time I have called them, they have answered my questions, they have been transparent with me, and they acknowledged things that went wrong. Coweta has even acknowledged that Jeremy Lowe was allowed to sign out again on his own recognizances. They did not tell me everything was perfect. They did not refuse to talk to me. They didn't make me feel like my questions were an inconvenience. They answered them. So when I received an email today that there was no way for the office to know that Jeremy Lowe violated his bond condition because his name was apparently incorrect Coweta's system, I have questions. How did you communicate? How did the communication between jurisdiction fail? How was a person with a history of violent charges allowed to move through these systems? Who was responsible for making sure these conditions were known? And most importantly, what is being done so that another family doesn't have to stand where I'm standing today? I'm not asking for this council to interfere with the criminal case. I'm asking you to recognize something very basic. Victims deserve to be heard. If an elected official believes everything was done correctly, then sit down with me and explain it. Look me in the eye and answer my questions. Don't hide behind an email, because my son doesn't get to ask these questions anymore. Nazareth doesn't get to walk into this building. He doesn't get to call the DA. He doesn't get to demand answers. I have to do it for him, and I will. I have lost faith in portions of this system, but I have not lost faith in God. I'm asking the council to listen to victims. Listen when we say something went wrong. Don't make us fight the system while we're already fighting to survive the loss of our children. Nazareth's life mattered, his death mattered, and accountability matters.
Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. As always, I want to thank all of our public comment participants for coming out tonight. Your comments are duly noted. And again, thank you for your comments. And as we move to our next part of our agenda, we will go to item 7, which is our consent agenda. At this time, I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda.
All right. Can I get a second?
Second.
Is there any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Next, we will move to item 8, our regular agenda. At this time, we will look at item, I think we started with item 18.
Good evening, Board of Commissioners. Budget Amendment Fiscal Year 26 2-69 to transfer funds needed for Fiscal Year 2026 bond principal and interest payment for the URA bonds to the Debt Service Fund in the amount of $2,049,162.
Board members, are there any questions at this time in regards to item 18? Budget Amendment FY 26 2-69.
Yes. CFO Jackson, I just wanted to get some more information about the bond and what project it's covering.
Yes, and I can provide that information to you.
All right. Thank you.
Are there any other questions at this time? All right. At this time, I need a motion to approve Budget Amendment FY 26 2-69.
Motion to approve.
I second it. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Next is item 20, Budget Amendment 2-05.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Budget Amendment 2-05 is now a Fiscal Year 2027 budget item to carry forward funding for the Gerald Matthews Sports Complex and the arena at South Lake FIFA activation sites, approved by the board on the June 16, 2026, in the amount of $140,094.
Board members, are there any questions at this time or any comments?
I do have one. Why is this not on the fiscal year 26 budget?
Yes, so the item was approved by the board in fiscal year 2026, but the actual FIFA activities didn't occur till July, which is fiscal year 2027.
Okay. So they would have been, the payment would not have been received until July, which comes out of that.
Correct. So this is now a fiscal year 2027 budget item.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? All right. At this time, I need a motion for item 20. Budget Amendment 2-05. Well, I'll move that we approve it. Can I get a second? No second? All right. Thank you. All right. Next, we will have item 27.
Good evening, Clayton County Board of Commissioners, and good evening to our citizens. I am Pam Ambles, District 3, Human Resources Director. Item 27, on behalf of the Office of the Chief Staff Attorney, and in accordance with Civil Service Rules Section 4 and 5, Human Resources is requesting the Board's consideration of the allocation of a senior staff attorney. Absent any other budgetary consideration, the cost of the request is $173,030 with a salary of $127,845. The business case for the request is a reduction in cost for outside counsel, and Chief Staff Attorney Reed can provide a little bit more information on that if necessary. Thank you, Chuck.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Madam Vice Chair, and Board. I just wanted to kind of give a good, I actually welcome this opportunity to talk about what our office does, because a lot of times I just stand up here and just talk and people don't understand what we do. So I just want to say what our office is made up. We have 4 attorneys, 1 paralegal, 1 office manager. Currently, 2 positions are vacant. So right now it's just me and 1 other attorney. We handle questions for Animal Control, Board of Commissioners, Building and Maintenance, Central Services, Community Economic Development, Human Resources, Superior Court, State Court, the District Attorney, Elections, Board of Health, Emergency Management, Finance, Fire and Emergency Services, Information Technology, Internal Audit, Library System, Parks and Rec, Police Department, Probate Court, Risk Management, Senior Services, the Sheriff's Office, the Solicitor General, Tax Assessor, Tax Commissioner, Transportation and Development, Magistrate Court, and Juvenile Court. When I say we handle issues, every single resolution that comes from any of those departments is drafted by our office, as well as any other issues that involve legal work for those. Again, these are all the other places that we do. We handle representation and issues for the Board of Commissioners, Board of Health, Civil Service Board, the Code Enforcement Board, Board of Elections and Registration, the License Review Board, Solid Waste Management Authority, the Board of Zoning Appeals, the Zoning Advisory Group, and the Animal Control Board. As I mentioned, that was me and 1 other person in our office. We handle Department of Labor Appeals, Personal Injury Defense, Risk Management, Nuisance Abatement, County Ordinance Prosecution, Open Records, Third-Party Requests for Production, and Item Processing. It's me and 1 other person in my office. So we have a request for a senior staff attorney. They handle, and when I say me and 1 other person, I'm talking about the things that come before the board. Obviously, the DA, there are other lawyers who represent the work of those offices, but what comes for this board comes from our office. So the request is for the senior staff attorney. They handle litigation. At least that's the goal. Right now, the board has approved hourly rates for outside counsel at $350 an hour. An experienced litigator, which is who I'm looking to hire, they can handle multiple times their salary and legal costs. Easily handle multiple times their salary and legal costs. So currently, we kind of estimate, there isn't a budget line item, but we estimate what the legal expenses are based on what was spent last year. But by allowing this to be a salaried employee, this would allow us to continue to provide high-level, high-quality legal services without a direct budgetary impact, because the money that is being spent for legal services that are going through outside counsel, I expect will be now some of that stuff to be handled in-house with another attorney at a salary as opposed to being paid by the hour. So if there's any questions for me, that's the purpose of the request.
All right. Are there any questions, board members, at this time for Attorney Reed?
Yes, we was not really a question, it's more of a request to let us know what happened to the person that was in the position.
Two people have both left to become judges. One was elected, who I believe will start in January. There's actually another election in November, but there won't be any other name unless it's a hand-write-in candidate. So they will start in January. The other person has already been appointed to be a judge in magistrate court. So that's where the two vacancies come from. Hopefully none of my other folks come in and want to be judges. But I don't mind being a judge factory.
Any other questions?
One more question.
All right, Commissioner Davis.
When will this, I guess the ones that have been elected to be a judge, when are they on staff now?
No.
So they're gone. Oh,
It's just me and one other person.
One, and so you're looking at $350 an hour, so you're looking at somewhere, break even somewhere around 450 hours for that, I guess. Okay.
I'm not a math major, but I trust your math.
I'm an attorney.
Thank you.
I'm an attorney, not a math major. All right. Any other questions at this time, board members?
Well, I have a question for Director Ambles, since you're already at the podium. So I'm trying to get some clarification since Chief Staff Attorney mentioned that there were senior staff attorney positions. Is there funding? Well, you previously had attorneys in those positions. I'm trying to get a better understanding of if the funding for this salary is already allocated in the budget, or is this an additional budget request for this position?
It's additional, but as Chuck explained, and I will say this, Human Resources fully supports this because it makes sense to reduce the cost for outside counsel. It also gives the staff attorneys a pathway in which to grow and progress in their careers, and HR is always gain for that, so that the current employees will have the opportunity to grow. But no, it will be in addition. It will be a request with the cost that I just gave the board.
All right, thank you. I just wanted that clarification. But my next question is actually for us as a board. We've had previous department heads who have come before this board and requested either additional positions or reclassifications, and I believe that this board has said that to those individuals that any reclassifications or additional positions should go through the budget process. And so I just wanted to know.
Mid-year.
Commissioner.
No, I was listening. You talked about when we have talked about the mid-year review process, and I guess is this one because if do we still have those? So we don't have those position salaries budgeted within your budget any longer?
So there are two. Yes.
Go ahead. I'm
but
sorry.
Right now, absent any other, absent anything, when I hire these people, there will be more. There'll be more that we'll be spending in legal costs because you just increased the hourly rate to $350 an hour. So this is to kind of mitigate. This will not get rid of outside counsel. We will always need outside counsel. But what it will do is reduce the number of cases that I have to send to outside counsel, because then I have somebody who is in-house that can do the work. There will be people who can do work now, but the person who I'm looking at will be a more experienced person. Okay. The other attorneys who will be there, they typically aren't. For the salary that we're paying, I could not get the kind of person that I need to do this kind of work for a staff attorney.
And you lost that person when?
One was March, and the other was May.
May? Okay.
Yes.
I
believe that's right.
And exactly after election. And so, like Commissioner Reeves just said, we had talked about mid-year reviews for a lot of these, and with this, we would pretty much be spending. I'm assuming that we'd be spending hourly rate money versus a salary money.
Between now and December, you will spend much more than $125,000 in outside legal costs.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. I still have a question around just the planning purposes for this and just the fairness, because we have told other department heads and we've told other elected officials who've come before this board, whether publicly or during executive session, around their personnel and staffing. And so I just want to ensure that we as a board are remaining fair and consistent to all our department heads and elected officials that come before us. I understand the need, and I hear your positioning, and I know what do you say? Lawyers always say you have to argue both sides.
And I do recognize that there have been requests. Right. The difference in this request is that this is money that you will be spending that's part of the general fund. I am not asking for you to add additional money to what I'm saying is the money that's already being spent for legal costs, to reduce that amount that's being spent to bring it so that we can hire someone who's salaried. That's the difference between instead of asking for a position where it's going to cost money that's not budgeted, there's already a budget to some degree for legal expenses. That's the difference in my request. Again, I recognizing that there have been others who have asked for and do need additional positions. Right. I'm not saying that they don't, but that's the difference in why I'm asking at this time, because if you don't, you will be still spending that money. It's just that you'll be spending it a lot more than what I can do with somebody who is a salaried employee.
Okay, thank you.
So you're trying to save us some money?
That's the goal.
All right.
So this sounds like the larger conversation of consultants versus staff, which I think we discussed a little bit during the budget process.
Come back up, Mr. Reed.
Stop jumping up and down. So, no, in some sense, yes. But outside counsel will always be a necessity. I cannot envision a time where the county would ever get to a point where we would never need outside counsel. So it's a little different than consultant. This is really more of a mid-step to some degree, in the sense that you are mitigating the cost that you will already spend in legal costs. There's no question that you will spend $125,000 between now and December. What I'm saying is that's not going to be the end. You will spend more than that in outside counsel costs, and that is a necessity of providing legal services to the county. It's a necessity. But what I'm saying is to try to mitigate that to some degree by hiring a staff person that will cut down on some of those costs. Not saying that you don't need consultants, don't say you don't need outside counsel. It's a different issue.
Okay. All right. Any other questions or comments at this time? All right, board members, what's your pleasure?
Madam Chair, I move that we accept the consideration for an allocation of a senior staff attorney.
All right, I second the motion. Is there any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next will be item 39, ordinance 2026-172. Mr. Reed?
Ordinance 2026-172 is an ordinance adopted under the Home Rule powers specifically granted to the governing authority of Clayton County pursuant to Article 9, Section 2, Paragraph 1B1 of the Constitution of the State of Georgia of 1983, amending the local act of the General Assembly, creating and composing the Clayton County Board of Commissioners, and setting forth the general provisions governing Clayton County government, to change the provisions governing official actions of the board, to repeal any and all conflicting laws, ordinances, resolutions, rules, and regulations, to provide for severability, to provide an effective date of this ordinance, and for other purposes. And this, again, is to amend what constitutes official action. And this would be the second read.
All right, thank you. All right, this time, board members, what's your pleasure?
I move that we accept or we approve ordinance 2026-172 as read.
Second.
All right, any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
All right, and any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Thank you. Next will be item 40, board appointments to the Sports and Entertainment Council. Mr. Evan Oglesby's appointment to the Sports and Entertainment Council will expire on August 18, 2026. The new term will be for 2 years, expiring on August 18, 2028. Commissioner Allen will appoint an individual to serve in the upcoming term. Commissioner Allen, what's your pleasure?
I would like to hold that to the, I guess it's the September 1st.
September 1st?
Meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, next is the board appointment to the Zoning Advisory Board. This is a full board at large. Ms. Sydney Berger Holmes resigned from the Zoning Advisory Group. Her current term expires on August 18, 2027. The Board of Commissioners will appoint a person to serve this term. Commissioners, Board of Commissioners, what is your pleasure at this time?
I have a recommendation.
Okay.
I would like to recommend Mr. Jared Bethea for the Zoning Advisory Group.
I'll second it.
All right. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Next is item 42, board appointment to the Board of Zoning Appeals. Commissioner Reeves, what is your pleasure?
I would like to appoint Mr. Ronnie Marshall Jr. to the Board of Zoning Appeals.
All right. Can we get a second?
I'll second it.
All right.
Thank you.
Any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
All right. Next, we will move on. This time, we will move on to our public hearings for zoning. Madam Clerk, please read the public hearing procedures.
Citizens may speak for or against an item that is considered by law to be a zoning decision. Each side will have 10 minutes to present its case. In the event there is more than one speaker per side, speakers must divide their time to complete their full presentation in the 10 minutes time allotment. And when their time is up, they must cease speaking and leave the podium. Applicants and citizens in favor of an item will speak first. Applicants may use all the time allotted or reserve time for a rebuttal. Opponents of zoning decision items shall have no right for a rebuttal. When speaking, speak directly into the microphone and begin by stating your name, address, and the name of any organization you represent. Please be reminded that abusive, derogatory, or offensive language will not be permitted.
All right. All right. Our consultant is up. All right, you may proceed.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam Chair, Commission members. I'm Angela Rambo, consultant planner. And begin our presentation. I'll start off by saying the applicant has requested a 60-day deferral for this case, but I will go on and read the details just for the record. The first case, this is a two-part case, BOC 2403-0403, future land use map amendment. It's a request by Heck, Walker, and Jordan to amend the future land use map category for 7327 Cullen Drive Extension, Jonesboro, Georgia, from mixed-use commercial industrial to medium-density residential for 67 single-family attached townhomes. Said property consists of 14.57 acres. It's further known as parcel 12080A, A002, and is located north of Battle Creek Road between Battle Creek Village Drive and Cullen Drive. Part 2 is the associated rezoning. This is BOC 2403-0404, Also a request by Heck Walker Jordan to rezone 7327 Cullen Drive Extension from general business to RTH, single-family residential attached townhomes, for 67 single-family attached townhomes. Said property, again, consists of 14.57 acres. It's further known as parcel 12080A, A002. It's located north of Battle Creek Road between Battle Creek Village Drive and Cullen Drive. The planning and zoning consultants are recommending denial, and as I stated, the applicant
Is asking for a deferral.
Yes, ma'am.
For 60 days. So that would be what, November 17th?
October 20th.
October 20th.
October 20th.
October 20th.
I'm making up dates up here. October 20th. Okay. All right. So we just. Okay. So can she go and read the other one too as well? Okay. For 44.
She read that.
I thought she
Did
you
you
read
read them both already?
Oh, you did read them? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you got ahead of the game. Good. All right. Good. All right. So at this time, I need a motion to defer, and so it will be done by Commissioner. Who's that? You, Commissioner Davis?
Myself, yes.
You want? I need a motion to defer.
I move that we table till October 20th, BLC 2403-0403, as well as BLC 2403-0404.
I second that motion. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. 45 is going to be tabled as well.
Yes, ma'am. Again, I'll read the case for the record. BOC 2605-0616, a request by Planners and Engineers Collaborative for a conditional use permit for a commercial parking lot at 4241 Old Dixie Highway, which is in the MVIMO Mountain View International Mixed Use Office Zoning District. Said property consists of 8.53 acres, known as tax parcels 13021B-A 008, 13021B-C 012, 13021B-C 013, 13021B-C 005, 13221B-C 004, and 13221B-C 003, and a portion of the College Street right-of-way located at the Charles W. Grant Parkway and Old Dixie Highway intersections. The planning and zoning consultants recommend denial. On the June 29th, 2026, the zoning advisory group voted to recommend denial for the reasons stated below. Based on the planning and zoning consultants' recommendation, the proposal conflicts with the county's comprehensive plan goals and does not provide sufficient economic benefit or public value to justify approval.
All right, so they want to table it to August. When do they want to table it? Is it the 18th?
October 20th.
October 20th. That's what. Okay, October 20th again. Okay, I got another date on here. All right. At this time, I need a motion to table public hearing BOC 2605-0616 until October 20th.
Mr. Reeves, do we need to have someone, a representative, to say that or to approve of that?
Good evening, Michelle Battle with Battle Law, 3562 Haversham at North Lake, Tucker, Georgia, 30084. We are asking for the tabling. We had conversations with both Attorney Reed and with Director Ejike, and we are trying to find a resolution to this matter. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, I approve or recommend tabling BOC 2605-0616 CUP. For how many days is that?
Is that October 20th?
October 20th.
Okay, October 20th, 2026.
Okay. I second the motion. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Next. BOC 2603-0608.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. This is a request by Stantec Consulting Services on behalf of Public Safety Towers, LLC, for a conditional use permit for a wireless telecommunication facility at 6195 Lees Mill Road, which is in the HI Heavy Industrial Zoning District and the Terra Boulevard Overlay District. The particulars are shown in your packet and on the screen. The planning and zoning consultants recommend denial of this CUP request for a new cell tower. The proposed location of the cell tower is not suitable due to its proximity to residential uses and an existing structure. There are other areas on the site where the tower can be located. On August 3rd, 2026, the Zoning Advisory Group voted to recommend denial of the request. In addition to the recommendation provided by the planning and zoning consultants, the ZAG expressed concerns that the submitted documentation did not clearly demonstrate the justification for the proposed tower location. The ZAG also further noted concerns regarding the proximity of the proposed tower location to the existing commercial building and the potential impacts associated with the immediate fall zone area. So for your reference, this is the zoning map with the subject parcel outlined in blue. Future land use map. It's an aerial picture of the site, including the existing building up towards the road. It's a blow up of the proposed site plan, and you can see the little 50 by 50 square in the back of the existing building. It's a diagram of the tower. It is proposed to be 224 feet tall, and again, the proposed compound is 50 by 50. It's accessed by a paved driveway, and it will be surrounded by a chain link fence. That concludes the staff presentation, and we are ready for the applicant.
All right, will the applicant please come forward? Please state your name and county of residence and how much time you will need for rebuttal.
Good evening, Maverick Becker. I'm in New York, County of New York. And yes, thank you all for your time this evening. So yeah, we're the consultants, architectural and engineering team for the applicant Public Safety Towers. So just want to go over the purpose of the project and make sure this is clear.
How much time will you need for rebuttal? So if you, yeah, at the end. So how much time do you want to talk, or how much time will you need for rebuttal?
If I could get, I'd say 9 minutes for this portion. Thank you.
Does that mean you have 1 minute for rebuttal?
I see. Let's do 8 minutes. Actually, there are quite a
for rebuttal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. So the purpose of this project, AT&T currently operates and provides service from an existing tower nearby. They lease space for their antennas and equipment at this tower, but have identified operational and contractual limitations imposed by the tower owner that prevent needed network upgrades for AT&T as future technologies arise. The proposed tower allows AT&T to relocate, removing this contractual burden and allowing them to make upgrades to their network. They will be able to maintain their existing service without any complete loss of coverage by moving locations, and the new location and structure actually allow them to improve their existing coverage along a few important areas. Too far? So these are two maps here. On the left is the existing AT&T coverage. On the right, you have the proposed coverage with this new facility. As you look direct your attention towards the circles there. That's where you're going to see the most difference. So they're improving in coverage actually with this new location to the Interstate 75. Two schools, Charles Drew High School and Riverdale Elementary School. Those are to the east of Interstate 75 there. And then some coverage improvement as well seen in the residential and commercial areas to the south. So AT&T, this is not simply a cost savings project for them. AT&T is essentially stuck with its current equipment because of restrictive contract terms that make upgrades extremely costly. As a result, they can't easily deploy newer technologies that would benefit both the local community and people traveling through the area. They also simply can't walk away from the existing site without creating a large coverage gap. So allowing the new tower would give AT&T the flexibility and ability to upgrade their equipment as needed. And an important part of this is that AT&T works with the federal government on a network called FirstNet. It's a dedicated public safety communications network for first responders and emergency services. And essentially, I have some supporting documents about FirstNet I could provide if needed. But essentially, there's a new spectrum of FirstNet from the FCC's framework that was just approved or upheld in the DC Circuit Court. So they're clearing the path for this implementation in the near future. So as it stands, it would be an extreme burden for FirstNet and AT&T to deploy this newest technology on the existing colocation, and it becomes a budgeting exercise. So as it stands now, AT&T's existing colocation has several layers of contractual provisions and fees that hinder AT&T in deploying new equipment. So the main purpose of this project is to maintain and improve service for AT&T while helping with an important relocation of coverage initiative. These are just larger visuals of the map here. I would like to go into the just existing structural analysis really quickly. Here you can see AT&T's active sites listed by the red boxes there. There's also existing towers not co-located by AT&T. Those are listed in blue. So this, just reiterating the coverage objective to maintain and improve the existing service. So that's why we have a certain search radius we need to look within to maintain and improve that service. So all the existing structures that you're seeing here are either too close to existing AT&T sites where coverage would overlap, or too far from an existing site to meet the coverage objective. Or they can also, for an example, the tower in the south end of the ring there, it is too low and too far to meet the engineering requirements to essentially achieve the coverage objective. These are just responses to our code, but for sake of time, I would like to go to this alternative analysis map here. So we're trying to show that we did our best effort to locate the facility in a compatible use area. A heavy industrial use area is likely the most compatible. There were several factors that limited our options here. As you can see, there's a large flood zone to the west of our search ring. Residential area, this is majority of a residential area within our search ring. There is some commercial developments and locations in the northern part, but those are very highly developed. There's not adequate space for a development like this. So just trying to paint the picture of our selection process. So we looked into the heavy industrial use properties near our proposed location there. and that's where our focus was after our review of the search ring. So the proposed site was the only feasible location with a willing property owner, access to utilities, and sufficient space to meet code compliance and the coverage objective. This is a site plan overview. Went over that, and yes, as you can see, the 50 by 50 space there in the top left corner. This is just an overview aerial, again with the proposed location there. Same design. I'm going to just quickly go over that for sake of time, but happy to answer any questions on any code compliance as well after this. So I would like to talk about the variance we're also applying for. This is, we're applying for a variance from the north setback. This is, the reasoning for this is due to our limitations on the site, and as well as trying to align with the county's goals of minimizing impact to surrounding uses. So as you can see here, the tower is set back 362 feet from the southern property line. The southern property on the south is the mixed-use residential mobile home park property, and to the north is another heavy industrial use property. So we're requesting a variance here for a few reasons, but wanting to...
Thank you, sir. Your time is up.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate
All right, you can have a seat. And next, I want to see if there is anyone who is in opposition of this item. Would you please come up? Anyone who's in opposition?
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Thank you for having us tonight. My name is Brad Taylor. This is my wife, Kathy Taylor. We reside in Savannah, Georgia, Chatham County. We drove in because this project's very near and dear to our family. It's been in our family for 50 years. And we would hate to see something that's been in our family for 3 generations damaged by a 224-foot tower going up next to all the homes that all of our residents have. All of our residents own their properties, so we see this as a tremendous negative potential impact for the value of their homes. We think we provide an incredibly valuable service to the families in Clayton County, and we kind of love our little mobile home park. I would like to pull out a couple of different things. The communication regulations establish standards. Our intent to protect neighboring properties, and the neighboring properties are these residences. We abut up to the industrial property, but as you all know, that's why he's asking for a variance. Let me just go on to the next one. We recognize that this property where the tower is proposed is zoned for heavy industrial. However, zoning does not erase the fact that the site directly is established for residential community next door. The massive 224-foot tower would be what the children see when they get off the bus every day and what the residents see when they wake up every morning. So I think it would be kind of hard to hide that in reference to it being next door. We believe that the character of the surrounding community would also be significantly impacted, especially the residential side. Thirdly, we believe that there should be a meaningful effort to reduce the size of this. I mean, if it's going to be a tower next door, one that's a 22-story building next to our property, it seems kind of excessive, I'd imagine would be the right word. So if we could maybe look at that as a solution. And another gentleman brought up a couple of things that upgrades being costly. That sounded like a budgetary exercise and not really something that was designed for community impact and improvement. And he said that would be a burden on AT&T. I didn't hear that would be a burden on the residents of Clayton County. That's what I think we're here to talk about. So my wife would like to say a couple of things also related to this.
Yes, my name is Kathy Taylor, and like my husband said, my grandparents in 1972 purchased Avalon, and my granddad and his brothers were all owners, so we've been there for a long, long time. We work to maintain and preserve our neighborhood and provide a place where people can live, and we care deeply about Avalon. So, let's see. We've covered most of everything, but what I would love for the zoning committee, or not the zoning committee, the commission board to consider is that there should be a way to provide a necessary infrastructure without placing a significant structure so close to an established residential community or reducing the protections intended by the county's own standard. Commissioners, I respectfully ask you to protect the residents who live here rather than approve this proposal, whose primary purpose is to reduce AT&T's lease cost. And then please consider the families who have who will take a look at the 224-foot structure every day. Consider the safety and setback concerns identified by your own planning and zoning staff, and consider the lack of clear public benefit to the neighborhood. And also, we also have a petition that was signed from most of our residents. I don't know if this is something you would want us to leave with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Thank you.
All right. Is there anyone else who is in opposition of this project? Anyone else who is in opposition of this item?
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. I recommend, from a citizen's perspective, that the recommendations from our community development, community and economic development department be followed, and that this proposal be rejected for the reasons that they stated. And I also want to say, and I'm going to talk about this, that you all have what Cheryl Brooks, the Planning and Zoning Chief Administrator, and Director GK gave in terms of townhomes and all of the other things. I neglected to have cell towers, so I'm going to do an email, and just like they gave you all the numbers, because all of you all need to have the numbers, which you have, and I hope you look at it with townhomes that was averted, because Commissioner Davis tabled it, that you have solid numbers. So I'm going to send an email to Director GK with his great GI staff, let us know how many cell towers in each district. They made great recommendations. Professional, it should be followed. Denial, because I'm pretty sure when that information is forthcoming that you will see how many cell towers that we have. And that is that. So I just say that you should follow the recommendation from the Zoning Advisory Group and from Director GK's department. They gave an excellent rationale for denial.
Thank you. Also, is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item? All right. Seeing none, we'll, where is he? Did he leave? You can back up, sir. Come on up. All right, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal.
Okay. First, just want to express we respect and understand the concerns with the adjacent residential use. I do want to point out just a couple images of the site so you can see some existing vegetation screening that we believe is a substantial existing screening method. So this is looking south from the proposed location next to the building. There's a very dense set of tall oak or pine trees lining that southern property line, and also some to the north against the other heavy industrial property. And just to provide a little better depiction, this is our property, and then as you can see on the right, there is some substantial screening methods. We are also mitigating and trying to minimize any visual impact as well with landscaping. And also the tower is located in the lowest elevation portion of this parcel, so that was a factor as well. And regarding the required height for this tower, it was determined that this was the 224 feet was the minimum needed to maintain and improve the existing AT&T coverage. As it was brought up as a request to look into seeing if we could lower that, I can take that back to my client and be willing to do that. But I don't have an answer if we can go lower today. And then regarding the engineering and proximity to the existing building. We did have submitted a letter from the Valmont engineering team explaining that these structures are very well designed and have public safety and integrity.
Thank you, sir.
in
Your
mind.
time is up.
Okay.
But you can stand there. Commissioner Hamford, did you have any questions?
No. Well, one thing. When you were identifying yourself, what county of residence?
You said New York.
I just moved to New York, so I'm in East Village of Manhattan, I believe.
Okay, I just wanted
Yes,
for
yes,
clarity
yes,
for
yes.
our records.
Gotcha.
Are we ready?
Yes. Commissioner Hamford, what's your pleasure?
Yes. I recommend BOC 2605-0616 CUP be denied.
All right.
Second.
All right. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
I'm sorry, which one were you denying?
We're doing the 40, what is it?
45.
45. BOC 2605-0616.
46 or 46?
46?
I'm sorry, 46. No. I got 45.
I have 45.
I got 45 too. So is it misnumbered?
Should be 4603-0608.
I got 46.
There's a conditional use permit and a variance application. There's two different numbers.
Okay. I'm sorry, 08. I'm sorry. It's 46. It's 46. Because we did the 45 was October 20th. So that was, so it's 45. BOC
Correction.
2603.
I recommend BOC -2603-0608 CUP be denied.
All right.
Second.
All right. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. All right. Next.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a seat. Item 47.
This next item is a companion to the item that was just voted on. Let me get some assistance with this one. All right, so this next case is BOC 2606-023. This is the companion variance to the CUP that was just heard by the board. This is a request by Stantec Consulting Services on behalf of Public Safety Towers, LLC, for a setback reduction of 147 feet, 147.66 feet from section 6.37 TF 06A1, resulting in an amended 76-foot 4-inch setback for proposed wireless telecommunication facility at 6195 Lees Mill Road, Forest Park, Georgia. The property is zoned HI and in the Terra Boulevard Overlay District, 17.86 acres, and the parcel number as shown in your packet and on the screen. So we have reviewed the maps and all the particulars of this case, so staff would like to recommend denial of this case. As stated with the CUP, it does not meet the goals of the comp plan and poses a danger to the surrounding residential development and existing building, and there's concern about any potential damage if the tower were to fall.
All right, is the applicant here? President McGee, come on up. Sam McGee. All right, how much, please state your name and county of residence and how much time you'll need for rebuttal.
Maverick Becker, New York County, just 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yes, we just went over essentially the same project. The variance we were requesting, but we believed approval of that variance would align with the county's goals and for this project specifically. That being that it is sited further away from that residential use property to the south. And I would like to bring up just an example to help. Never mind. Let's see. Thank you. Appreciate that. Just to bring up an example, that towers are commonly sited near buildings, right-of-ways, existing structures, residences, and not that that pertains to this project directly, but just wanting to educate and make the board aware that these structures are commonly sited near buildings, in that they are designed to withstand heavy wind, weather conditions, and they go through structural analysis, mount analysis reports that go into depth of those calculations and ensuring that the structure can be long-standing and under conditions typical of the area. So this is an existing tower, just as an example. As you can see, well, I guess a little tough to see the existing tower there. It's a monopole just to the left of the right-of-way there. But sited, again, next to buildings, right-of-ways would be seen as within the fall zone of this tower. But again, we're providing all these engineering documents and evidence to support that there should be no concern regarding safety of that structure. And again, just to point out, we are proposing the tower 362 feet from that southern property line. That's 130 feet over the tower height itself. So that is why we believe the variance would align with the county's goals for this project as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a seat. Is there anyone who is in favor of this project that would like to come up? All right. Seeing none, is there anyone who is in opposition of this project that would like to come up at this time?
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated, Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia.
All right, hold on, they got to reset it. All right, you can go.
Commissioner Hamburg, you show great wisdom and intelligence and all of the positives in denying this for 47. It is my sincere hope you were sure for 46 that you were sure for this number 47. Again, Director in GK's department, the Community of Economic and Development Department, Chief Planning Administrator, Planning and Zoning Administrator, Ms. Cheryl Brooks, Tyler McSwain, your Zoning Administrator, and their staff have intelligently and factly, and I'm not saying this, just saying this, I like this. They recommend denial because number one, it doesn't meet the required setback. Number two, fall radius. I like intelligent, powerful information. Fall radius of 0, that the tower creates potential danger to residential uses, your constituents, and an existing structure. So I just wanted to say should be denied, and I want to commend them because I like facts, which you're going to be hearing more of the information that I sent you with the other areas, and hopefully cell towers will be given to me as well, because it's good to have factual information so we can intelligently as citizens support denial and not just say we don't like cell towers. They are negative. This is a negative. Thank you for the 946, and it is my sincere hope you will deny number 47 as well. Thank you.
All right. Is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item that would like to speak? All right. Seeing none, will the applicant please come back forward? All right. You have 5 minutes for rebuttal.
Okay. again, respect the concerns and understand the concern with the adjacent residential use. Just want to reiterate that we are significantly over the setback from the southern property line. We are requesting a variance from the setback of the north property line, which is another heavy industrial adjacent use. Regarding the site location on the property, it was mentioned in the zoning advisory group meeting there were other locations on the property it could be cited. So lastly, just want to go over our process for why we selected the location next to the commercial building here. As you can see in the bottom right corner, this is a flood map of our, over our parcel. There's a heavy flood zone taking up the majority of the parcel to the west here. And directly to the west of our proposed location is a large cut and fill area that was caused from previous construction. That land, we would not be able to feasibly develop on that land. So we were painted into a corner here, but also in agreement with the landlord, understanding that this is his building, and we all came to agreement that this would be the best location given setbacks, availability of land, and a compatible use with the zone. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Commissioner Hambert, what is your pleasure at this time?
Madam Chair, Board, I recommend denial for BOC 2606-0623 variance.
All right, I second that. Is there any discussion at this time, board members? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Have a great day. All right. Next is public hearing BOC 2603-0612, conditional use permit.
Yes, ma'am. This is a request by Design Pavilion LLC on behalf of Gas Express LLC for a restaurant with a drive-through located at 1697 Norman Drive in Atlanta, which is in the GB General Business Zoning District in Cherry Hills Overlay District. The property, this is a, not sure what happened there. Thank you. The property is approximately 4.2 acres, and the tax parcel is listed there on the screen and in your packet, as well as the location. The planning and zoning consultants recommend approval based on the findings of fact.
Hold on 1 minute. Can you all shut the door and ask the people out in the hallway to please quiet down?
I think they're exiting.
I hope they are, because they're loud. All right, you can go ahead.
The proposed request is consistent with the comprehensive plan and future land use map, is compatible with the established commercial character of the surrounding area, and is not anticipated to adversely impact the public health, safety, or general welfare. Excuse me. On August 3rd, 2026, the Zoning Advisory Group voted to recommend approval of the request subject to the following conditions. The conditional use permit shall be limited and reserved for cafe-oriented development with an associated drive-through service component. Any future change in use shall require additional review and approval as applicable. And number 2, a minimum of 2 electric vehicle charging stations shall be provided on site. And also, the planning and zoning consultants recommend approval of this request, approval of conditions of this request as well. For your reference, this is the zoning map. This is a site plan of the entire parcel. As you can see, there is an existing gas station. I believe that's the Circle K in the southern half of the parcel, and then up towards the north is our subject project, the restaurant with the drive-through. You can also see to the east the nearest residential single-family residential development. There is about 400 feet from the edge of the drive-through lane to the residential property, and the perimeter does include a 40-foot planted buffer. This is a rendering of the proposed building. It will comply with the required commercial building standards. That includes the staff presentation.
All right, thank you. Is the applicant present? You come on up. Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Oh, awesome. Please state your name and county of residence.
Melanie Kruger, Paulding County.
All right. And how much time will you need for rebuttal? Ms. Melanie?
A minute.
1 minute. Okay.
I mean, I'm not. It's a Starbucks. I can't imagine somebody not wanting it. But I didn't even know I was going to have to stand up here and talk today, so I apologize if I'm not ready. But really, it's Starbucks. Everybody in the world knows about Starbucks. We've complied with everything that's asked, including a tree-lined drive-through so that it doesn't affect the houses behind it. And those other two conditions with the EVs and the two EVs and a bike, a place for bikes to go, and everything asked of, we've complied.
All right. Thank you. You can have a seat.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anyone who would like to come up who is in favor of this item? You coming up, Dr. Anderson?
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and a resident, unincorporated Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. The show that I'm for this is our hope, Commissioner Hambrick. The way that looks, because it says for visual purposes only, I hope you will ask them, will it look like that? Because if it looks like that picture is, to me, is very, very attractive, the kind of businesses that you want. Now, I'm serious about this because it's going to be approved. Let's just face it, because I look at it. Your people recommended approval. Well, let me not be presumptuous. The odds are greater than 50%, and with the smiles on your face, that is tilted toward approval. But I'm very serious with what I'm about to say. They say this, but then when I look at that, see, I'm only expecting to see that. Maybe you can get them put in right. The way that picture is, and hopefully the people at home can see it, that is beautiful. But then they put up something other than the picture because it says for visual purposes only. There's nothing that says it will look like that. So I hope you will get that in writing from the applicant, that it will look as wonderful and as beautiful, aesthetically pleasing as the picture that we see before us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Anderson is absolutely right.
Mr. Garber, you are out of order. Please do not holler out during our meetings. Thank you.
I'll take that under
Mr. Garber, I'm going to have to remove you. All right, next, at this time, is there anyone who is in favor of this item? Look, I'm going to get you to come back up again. All right. All right. Is there anyone, saying none, is there anyone who is in opposition of this item? All right. Saying none, will the applicant please come back up?
I don't know if it's that exact color, but I know it's mostly brick and earth tone, so
Okay.
that's what it looks like.
All right. Is that your statement?
Huh?
Is that your statement?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's it.
All right.
That was his concern, so I just wanted to.
You want to verify that it will look like that?
Yes.
All right. Commissioner Hambrick, do you have any questions as well? The applicant?
Well, no questions, but staff and I did talk and discuss the two main things that I'm remembering now. One was sidewalk. Is that a requirement? And if it is, of course, I'm always at least 8 feet as far as the sidewalks are concerned. So would that be a condition?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it can be more, but at least a minimum of 8. Is that?
Are you agreeing?
I'm sure, yes.
Okay.
And the other thing we discussed, and Dr. Anderson tapped on that a little bit, is that we would have the outside seating with the umbrellas. We discussed that.
Are you agreeing to the outside seating as well?
I'm sorry,
with umbrellas?
I thought you were talking to somebody.
Oh, no. I was trying to make sure that that's what staff and I discussed last week. Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
So do you agree
Was
to
it
those
anything?
conditions as stated? Thank you. Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
You go ahead.
Was there something else? Because I don't have my notes with me now. That's everything we discussed. Okay.
Okay.
And are you in agreement with those?
Yes, ma'am. Could you just tell me what the first thing was? So I
The
can
first
look
thing
it
was
down?
the sidewalk
Yes.
being 8 feet, at a minimum of 8 feet.
From.
Well, just the
I see what
sidewalk
you're saying.
that, what's that, Norman?
Okay.
I believe that's Norman Drive.
8 feet wide. Okay.
Because we talked about the parking space and all, and the EV stations.
Yes.
And it was something else.
You said the umbrellas too.
Umbrellas.
No. I'm thinking when we were talking, was it something with the parking spaces that they were going to use or have access to the possibly the Circle K parking and all? It was something about the number of parking spaces.
Yes, Commissioner. The number of parking spaces, the EV will be counted in terms of the number, so they will
Yes.
have to comply to the parking requirements of the code. So it's a requirement, so they'll have to meet that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a condition,
Okay.
given that the EV is already required as a condition,
Okay,
if
great.
the applicant agrees.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Are you asking for?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mr.
Madam Chair, Board, I recommend approval of BOC 2603-0612, conditional use permit.
I second that motion.
Hold on.
With conditions, I'm sorry. With conditions, and I think that was an additional 2 conditions. Do they need to be read out, or we're okay? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we got to vote.
I second that motion. Is there any discussion at this time?
Yes.
All right. Commissioner Reeves?
I just wanted to note, I know that folks have been asking this board to bring in more coffee shops, and now you all are bringing in a Starbucks. And so I just wanted to acknowledge that, and I hope the public hears that, they're getting another Starbucks in District 2. Commissioner Hamburg, I think both Starbucks are in your district.
No.
Terra Boulevard?
No.
No.
Terra
It's in-
Boulevard
I
is
don't have.
District 4.
So do we need to have a Starbucks in every district?
It'd be nice.
It'd be nice. All right, thank you. All right. Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Thank you. All right, next we will move to item 4. Y'all can clap. Because I'm sure I'll be clapping. All right, next is item 49, public hearing, a request for Battle Law PC on behalf of Dominion Acquisitions, LLC.
Thank you. This is a request by Battle Law PC, stated on behalf of Dominion Acquisitions, LLC, to see if the Board of Commissioners will grant the below at 4443, 4447, and 4491 Boulder Crest Road and 3182 Anvil Block Road, Ellenwood, Georgia. They're requesting an exemption from the residential moratorium as approved by the Board of Commissioners in Resolution 2026-120, Section 36A. Public hearing is required by Resolution 2026-120, Section 3C. The applicant wishes to submit a site development plan review application for senior independent living community at the above mentioned address. And just to go over the timeline, October 21st of 2025, the BOC approved resolution number 2025-224 to initiate a map amendment to the Ellenwood PUD. January 20th, 2026, the BOC approved BOC 2510-0579 to modify the Ellenwood PUD by amending the area classifications for 3182 Anvil Block Road and 4443, 4447, 4491 Boulder Crest Road from mixed use to multifamily residential. And July 30th, 2026, the date of the moratorium exemption request letter from the applicant to the Community Development Department. Staff is recommending denial of this request. Do we want to go through anything else? But I believe that's the conclusion.
All right,
of
will the
our
applicant please come forward?
Excuse me, can I have a question? I need to wait. I need to wait to our staff. No, to staff. I wanted staff to read the resolution again, please. I thought I heard 3C8. I just want to make sure. When you were reading 49, the exemption, if you read that again, please.
The exemption from the residential moratorium as approved by the BOC is resolution number 2026-120, section 3.6. A, public hearing is required.
I don't have that on mine.
3C, which states a public hearing is required.
Where does the A come in?
It's just saying, it's stating that a public hearing is required.
3C.
It's 2026-120, section 3C.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, will the applicant please come up? Please state your name and county of residence and how much time you'll need for rebuttal.
Michelle Battle with Battle Law, 3562 Habersham at Northlake, Tucker, Georgia, 30084. I guess I'll leave 2 minutes for rebuttal.
Okay.
So this project certainly is one that we have been working on with Dominion for quite some time. Last year, you all graciously amended the map for the Ellenwood PUD to allow that property to be changed over to RM zoning district to allow for the senior community to be developed. And at that time, it was certainly our understanding, and I think even during that hearing, when I went back and I looked at the video, that there was a question that came from the audience about the moratorium at that time, and Director Ejike came up and addressed what the purpose of the request was, but actually did not specifically state, because they asked, was this going to be subject to the moratorium, and it was kind of silent with regards to that. We have been working on this. My client is submitting its application to the DCA in order to obtain the tax credits to allow for this project to move forward. In order to achieve that, we know that development on the property will not actually start until sometime next year. But in order for them to actually submit their application to allow for these senior homes to be developed directly across the street from the senior center, which I think everybody was excited about, to have senior homes across from the senior center, we have to have this moratorium issue addressed. Otherwise, they will not even be able to apply. And so that is why we are here asking for that. We are looking at 190 senior units that will be located on this site. We have been working, we have obtained our lot consolidation plat. We've been working with staff with regards to that. We are now trying to address some sewer issues that have been raised as well. And our application deadline is at the end of next month. So it's very important to us to be able to obtain confirmation or this exemption. We thought we were exempt anyway based on when we started the project, but we're then told that we needed to come back before the board in order to affirm that. So that is why we are here today. Additionally, in regards to the project, we also thought when the amendment to the PUD was made that we did not recognize what the unit sizes were going to be. And Dominium is a little unique in that they offer 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units to seniors. And that's happened, quite honestly, because there's been a shift and a change in the senior populations that are coming into these communities. Many times folks are coming in either with maybe potentially a roommate that's not a spouse, or they need extra room for office space because they may still be working. And so they offer 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units, whereas most, like the Lakes at Spivey, they only offer 2 bedroom units. And so that is kind of where we have landed on the need for some modification to the unit size requirement. And so when we look at what was originally approved, the unit size requirement was 750 square feet for a 1-bedroom, 1,000 for a 2-bedroom, and 1,250 for a 3-bedroom. But that's considering a regular apartment complex for folks under 55 and older, 55, sorry. What we are looking at are units for 55 and older. And so we would be looking at 1-bedrooms at 705, so 45 square feet, a little bit smaller. 2-bedrooms would be at 918, and 3-bedrooms would be at 1225. So whereas most senior communities have senior units at a 2-bedroom at that lower, at around probably 1,000 to 1,200 square feet, we have 3-bedroom units. So that gives them a little bit more space, again, some options for how they're utilizing the space within the apartment. And so we would ask for that to be addressed as well. We did make that presentation to staff, and we were told that we could be able to address that today as we are addressing this other issue. So I'm here to answer any other questions that you may have, but Dominium is very excited about this project, and we did take Commissioner Reeves out to one of their communities out in around the Greenbrier area, so she actually got to visit that space, saw some of the residents, went into each one of the unit types, and had, I think, a very positive experience in that in their complex there. So we would respectfully request for approval of this request. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Is there anyone who is in favor of this item that would like to come up and speak? Seeing none, is there anyone who is in opposition of this item that would like to come up and speak?
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated, Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. I'm going to tie in, I'm not going to discuss it, but the information that all of you got that I sent you on July 9th from that when Director and GK and his staff sent me about townhomes and vape shops, statistical numbers. I'm going to say this because it applies to this. No exception with the moratorium. We're familiar with Battle Law Firm. Land is valuable. If it's good now, it can be good come January, February. They come into our county, want us to bend our law, which has happened. That's why we're in the shape as we are. And we got statistical numbers that you have that I'm going to talk about at public comment with the townhomes and the other information, because you have hard empirical data numbers, so it's no ifs, ands, or buts. Commissioner Reeves, this is tough for me to say, but when Attorney Reed gave his presentation on why they needed a staff attorney, you stuck on principle because you said, you know, what we have. He gave extenuating circumstances, and your vote was in opposition, so you stood on principle. I don't know how this vote is going to go. Probably you will ask for approval, but principle is we have a moratorium in place. They come into our county, they'll say this already. I'm listening to Attorney Battle decreasing the square footage. They want to come and they want to decrease. And I have statistical numbers, like I said, we're with the townhomes at least, that we're going to talk that I hope you hear, because I like factual data. We're in the shape we in because we bend and we twist. We got a moratorium in place, no exception. Stick to the moratorium. If we as valuable as these people say land is valuable, then they're going to be ready when we come out of our moratorium. And if they don't, then we're going to get somebody else that values our properties. You all, your predecessors, undervalue us. Stand your ground. See, I have confidence that we can get better, in which I will be talking about and giving you examples, because with empirical data numbers, so get used to this type of public comment, because when I get facts, I can come with power. We are valuable. So don't listen and say we got to do this with Dominion, because we can get other people. If we is as great as we say, Madam Chairwoman, you can hold out. Land is valuable. Land is going nowhere. When we sell out, we not sell out. We let them come in here and tell us all of this. Oh, you got to make this decision. And then we get the less. We get the less. But you have an opportunity to stand on principle. Keep the moratorium in place. No lifting. And Commissioner Reeves, you positive commissioner, but you probably will support lifting it, but it needs to stay because it's valuable. It's going to be valuable next year when we come out the moratorium. If it's not Dominion, and I'm talking this with confidence. Do you have the confidence? Because remember, statistical numbers and data on townhomes that you have, because I gave it to you immediately, because we're going to talk real strong talk now, because factual numbers, and hopefully with cell tower data, because you have the numbers. I shared it with you all immediately, because I'm coming with strength and coming with my public, coming with the power, because I have the confidence to know that if you stand strong, you're going to get better properties and not have these people come using school analogy, give us C-grade stuff when we need A-grade stuff. You hear? C is passing. That's too much C's with the townhomes. Too much C's with stuff like this. Hold out and get A, because you will. Don't let them persuade you, because I have the confidence. Do you have the confidence? Keep the moratorium. Deny it. Do not lift it. Because we'll be with them next year when we come out.
All right. Is there anyone else who is in opposition?
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated, Rex, Georgia. Dr. Henry Anderson is absolutely correct in everything, every word he said. And putting a senior center to show you the folly of Clayton County in the past of how you put things is having a senior center on a 4-lane road. Right across the street on the same side is an animal shelter. Now, are these seniors going to be adopting these animals and they both get run over crossing the street to go home? Keep the moratorium, and whenever anybody comes into this county wanting to put up a picture of what we're going to get, make sure it's the real thing, like Dr. Henry Anderson has told you. Thank you.
All right. Is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item?
Cheryl Varner, District 1. I live on Boulder Crest Road, not too far from where this project is supposed to take place. I've been there for 22 years, and if they're proposing 190 units in this place, we can't handle that. The infrastructure can't handle that. Right now, it's so crowded on Boulder Crest Road, Stagecoach and all that, we just can't handle that type of thing. And so I'm in opposition of it. I don't think it needs to take place.
Thank you. All right. Is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item? All right. Saying none, would the applicant please come forward?
So I want to point out something. And take it as you choose. When the board made that change to the designation to RM, it was actually not limited to senior housing. So technically, if we back out of this project and we can't move forward with it, it may not be senior housing. It may be a regular apartment complex. And I don't think that's what was really intended. What was intended was that we have senior housing. This is an opportunity to make that requirement, that it be senior housing, number one. Number two, Again, we are not asking for something that we feel wasn't actually already there. When we came before you all to make this change, we couldn't come before you. It was a text amendment that had to come before you, and you all made the change to allow for this project to be able to move forward. So we had no reason to believe that we were not already exempt from the moratorium, that we didn't even need to come before you all to do this today, because we had already initiated process. It's the staff who indicated that that was not sufficient and that we had to come back before you today. So that is why we are here. We were already in process, and that was before the moratorium. So what we're hoping is that we can move forward with this project. Again, we are applying for low-income housing tax credits. This will allow us to proceed with that application. Without this, we would miss an entire year. The property is under contract. We can only keep the contract for so long, and if we can't continue under that contract, then sure, somebody else could come along, but it may not be what you want, and it may not be the quality that we are going to be providing to this county. We believe that this is an excellent project and an excellent opportunity to have senior housing near and across from the existing senior housing, the senior center. And we are here to work with the county to make sure that there's safe passage for those residents.
Your time is up.
Thank you.
May I say something? Right. Well, one of the questions that I have is, could this have been grandfathered in?
Yeah.
Basically,
Mr. GK, please come forward. Or
since the
or Dr. Reed, one of the.
So what the moratorium provides is that there could be situations where things have gone forward, and it gives you an opportunity to consider those facts and determine whether there is an exemption. Staff can't make that determination. The board, because this is a board policy of putting the moratorium, the staff puts it before the board to consider the facts that are there to decide whether there is an exemption to the moratorium that would allow them to accept the application. One thing I do want to say, just to be clear, that although Attorney Battle mentioned about the change in the square footage size, that's not what you're considering right now. The only thing that you would be considering is whether they can accept the application so that they can move forward with whatever they need to do for the tax credit application.
And I was going to make that point too, because I think that's what State Department of Community Affairs or whatever, and I think they only do that in so many cycles.
Correct.
So
we don't do this now.
Right.
Yeah,
anyway,
there's a window of opportunity.
There's
a window, but again, I just want to make sure that you all are clear that you are not approving the project.
Right.
You're not approving this change in the square footage. All you're doing is approving the ability for them to move forward with that application for community development to accept the application. Right. Now, she's putting on the record what they're going to submit, but I just want to make it clear that you all are not approving that at this point.
And I know that's very important too, because we had a project a year or two ago that missed that deadline, and of course we're denied from the state to get those tax credits and all. So anyway, just
thank you.
Commissioner Reeves, what's your pleasure?
Sure. So I wanted to provide just some information, because I know that there were a few folks who came up in opposition of this project, and I absolutely I hear you. And Miss Sherelle would love to talk with you after the meeting. So yes, Attorney Battle and I and the entire Battle law firm have been working on this project since October of 2025. There was a previous recommendation for senior housing that would have been on Mount Zion Boulevard across from Skate Zone, and the conversation was, where else could senior housing fit in District 1? And that's what folks have been asking for. They've been asking for more housing, more places to lay their head at night, and also senior housing. So that's where the recommendation came, to have senior housing across from Sana Gregory. And I heard about the fact that Anvil Block is a 4-lane street. Boulder Crest is, oh goodness, it's 2 lanes right at that. at that intersection. I'm looking over at T&D. We should put a roundabout at that intersection because that would actually curb some of those accidents at Anvil Block and Boulder Crest, and it would keep traffic. It would keep traffic flowing so that you're not, backing up on traffic. But we heard a presentation just last week at the work session from Leadership Clayton that talked about how 62% of Clayton County residents are rent burdened. This would be a DCA application process, which means it's getting state and potentially federal funding, which means that this would be affordable housing that would be based on seniors' income. So I know we're not approving the project tonight, but I wanted to add that context so that folks know people have been asking for more places to stay. This project just happens to be an apartment complex, but it's 190 units because it is dense. It's not 190 units spread across 5 acres. It's 190 units spread across 9 acres, which means it's dense. Density brings development. The Ellenwood PUD was supposed to have more dense development, more housing, more retail, more commercial. But instead, there's a lot of warehouses and the FedEx facility and the data center that's in the Ellenwood PUD. But this senior housing would attract more retail and more commercial. And so this is in line with what the folks who were a part of the Ellenwood PUD that they discussed. They were promised retail. Density brings development. And so with that, I would like to make a motion to recommend. Chief Staff Attorney, what? Because I'm not approving I'm just.
It's a motion. If you want the exemption to apply,
yes,
then it'll be a motion to approve the request for an exemption for the moratorium for the submission of acquisitions application.
Oh, I think folks know how I feel about the housing moratorium because this project, the text amendment was October 2025. We're now in August of 2026. Y'all aren't going to get construction until 2027, which means people won't move in until the end of 2027. That's 2 years. Just for 2028, that's 2 years for 190 houses. 190 units of housing. So when we talk about the fact that there is a national housing shortage, and we talk about the fact that people are 62% of renters are rent burdened, we have to provide more housing. Otherwise, people will not be able to afford to live in this county. So with that, I would like to make a motion for an exemption for Dominion acquisitions from the multifamily housing moratorium.
Second.
Thank you.
All right, board members, is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Reed, is there a need for executive session? See, we have real estate and litigation.
That's correct.
All right. At this time, can I get a motion to go into executive session for real estate and litigation?
Motion to go into executive session.
All right, I second that. Is there any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Thank you. Motion to reconvene.
So moved.
All right, I second it. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Next.
Thank you, Madam Chair. To address a parity issue, Human Resources is requesting the board's consideration and approval of a salary adjustment to $123,169.58. That's $123,169.58 for Chief of Staff Keidra Finn. The cost of this request is approximately $15,000.
All right. At this time, I need a motion in regards to Ms. Keidra Finn.
I would like to make a motion that the board approves the salary adjustment to create parity between the positions between the District Attorney's Office and the Solicitor General's Office regarding Ms. Keidra Finn.
All right. I second that motion. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you?
Well, hold on. I just
Commissioner
wanna make
Davis?
Sure. We do have the mid-year review as we put forth from the Budget Committee, correct?
Say that again, I'm
I said we
sorry.
do still have coming up the mid-year review for the Budget Committee that we put forth. I just want to make sure. I don't know if the COO has to answer that or not.
I'm sorry, Commissioner Davis, your question?
I'm asking a question. As far as our mid-year review, we still do have one scheduled. Well,
Yes, the Board of Commissioners have given direction to the CFO and to the C-suite to ensure that we bring forth the mid-year review to this board. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. At this time, are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Nay. All right. The nays have it, and we'll say the motion fails.
It's 2-2.
2-2. The motion failed. You got to have 3, baby.
Thank you, Board.
Thank you.
You can bring it back up for reconsideration.
All right. Is there anything else? All right. Well, at this time, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So move.
All right. I'll do the second. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Thank you, and this meeting is ended as of 9:05 p.m. Everyone have a great rest of your evening. Thank you.